Let's bring in Iain Murray. He's Vice President of Strategy for Competitive Enterprise Institute. Iain, welcome to the program. Let me begin with the news. Sir Kim Darrochs' resignation doesn't really come as a surprise, does it? I mean, he didn't have an option here, did he?
No, not at all. His position had become untenable. The ambassador is sent abroad to represent his country to the foreign government. If the foreign government refuses to work with the ambassador, and that's always their right, then you have to look for a new one. Sir Kim definitely did the honorable thing in resigning here.
How much did President Donald Trump's insulting Twitter tirade, calling him all kinds of names, a very stupid guy, how much did that play a role here?
Well, I think it was incredibly important. I think it showed how much the relationships between the White House and this ambassador had broken down. Once relationships break down with an ambassador, the ambassador really has to go.
And of course, all of this started with leaked emails from the ambassador going back to 2017. How does something like that even happen?
Well, that's a very good question. There are only about 100 people who would have seen these emails to begin with. So that means that the leak inquiry is going to have to focus on a lot of people who are currently actually in a position of relative integrity. So somebody there betrayed trust dramatically, and a leak inquiry should be able to find that out, I imagine, pretty quickly.
And what is this going to do in terms of the next ambassador coming on board, writing confidential emails? I mean, there's certainly no guarantee something like this is not going to happen again.
Well, absolutely. I think that it may be that the days of the diplomatic bag and the diplomatic cable are past, and things go back to face-to-face communications, which may be the only way to ensure that free and frank advice that the Prime Minister talks about gets back to London.
And how is this all playing out in the UK, Iain? We heard from Prime Minister May already.
Well, it's become a proxy for the Brexit wars that are going on there. If you're a Remainer, then you think that the UK is being bullied, and that perhaps the ambassador should have stayed in position as a show of strength to the US that Britain will not become the 51st state after Brexit. People who support in Brexit are saying, yes, he did the right thing to step down. And some of the president's friends over there, like Piers Morgan, are actually blaming the ambassador himself.
What is this going to do to the relationship between these two countries? Always had a close alliance. Things have been a little tense since Donald Trump came on board.
Well, you know, they call it the special relationship. It's been getting less special in recent years. Certainly, Israel's ambassador, Canada's ambassador, even France's ambassador are more public and are doing what seems to me a better job of promoting their country's interests in the US. I think if there is to be a silver lining to this, it could be a wake-up call to the UK government that they have to spend more time and effort in cultivating the US government rather than just simply assuming that the special relationship will hold.
And how soon do you think we'll know who the new UK ambassador will be?
I think it'll be a period of several weeks. The question is whether it happens before the new Prime Minister, who's likely to be the former Foreign Secretary Boris Johnson, takes office. I think that Boris Johnson would appoint a very different sort of person than Theresa May would.
All right, we'll leave it there. Iain Murray, thank you so much.